All right, so hi guys, this is Anna back with another live broadcast today. I hope you guys are doing amazing at your places with your loved ones and having a good time. And also, there is now a weather changing in most part of the world, so I hope you guys are keeping safe at the same time. So, yeah, today I have an amazing expert joining me from Canada. He is Hammad Siddiqui. He's a business consultant, soft skills trainer, and also a LinkedIn coach. So we would be discussing a lot of things about LinkedIn profile optimization and how it can really help for the job search and how you can make your profile enough like visible to the recruiters, employers, and especially that can help you for your job search. We will be discussing many things about HS resumes and overall the purpose of networking over the LinkedIn. So I would be inviting him in a couple of minutes. Before that, and like always, I want to thank you everyone for the great participation at my YouTube channel and the support you guys have been doing that. This is truly appreciated by me, and thank you very much once again. So, all right. So, without a further ado, I would invite him. Hi, assalamu alaikum. Good morning.
Walaikum salam. Good morning from Toronto and good evening in Dubai. I hope you're doing well. All those who are
Alhamdulillah.
watching us today, good morning and good evening to you.
Yeah. And how about the weather? I mentioned that it's now becoming chilly. How about Canadian weather is going on?
Weather, we have been very lucky this time around. We only had like a couple of spells of snow so
Mhm.
far. We are in December and it's still not bad. Most of the time, temperatures are in plus three, +4. Um, so you can survive in a relatively lighter jacket, and you don't have to wear anything. The internal thermal wear so far. Uh,
Exactly.
but winter is just around the corner. For us, it's still pretty nice, pretty decent, and sunny. If it
Great,
rains
great.
and if it becomes, I mean, winter is winter, so you can expect
Exactly.
anything.
There are a lot of things about like Canada, the winter, the weather is like so much like chilly. And for example, like the upper the northern part of the Canada.
Yes, I mean even Toronto sometimes gets -30, -32, but
Uh,
mostly the northern part of Canada, Newfoundland and Prince Edward Islands, they really get a lot of snow. I mean we also get snow, but usually our snow time is between end of December till mid-February. So and about GTA, Greater Toronto area is that it can get very cold, but it can then get very sunny also. So we
mhm,
have
mhm.
within winter we have a pretty decent times when we can go out and kids can play in snow and all that. So yeah,
Absolutely. That's amazing. That's amazing to know. Okay, guys, so I just want to recall one thing that I forgot in the starting of the show that I have also linked down the website of Hammad Siddiqui, and you guys can check it out at the description box. You guys can explore the website that how he is managing the things for the LinkedIn and overall like career coaching he's providing. So do check it out. That website link I have just provided. Okay, so moving on now, coming towards the topic of the discussion we would be having, how about the very much like the starting point, the first thing, the priority for the job search for a candidate, for a professional out there? And
mm,
over here, I would like you to a little bit emphasize on the Canadian market so that your audience, your people can learn, and also globally from wherever people are watching us so they can learn what is the priority for the job search, the very first point a person would should be thinking of.
correct, right. So I will start with more like a global scenario and then come to the Canadian market. Uh, Post-COVID, particularly, a lot of jobs have either gone online or the companies have learned to get work out of you online. Employees have initially there was a phase when it was difficult to measure your performance and all that, but with more tools that have come out, that is also not an issue. So globally, the market is shrinking. There is absolutely no other, thought about it. It's more competitive. There are more people out there who are looking for job as compared to the number of jobs available. So you have to be really competitive. You have to be really, outshining, and you have the skills to beat the competition.
Right.
Then it becomes easier for you either to grow or to find a new job opportunity. The other
Exactly.
very important point is that you need to understand uh, how you can tap into these opportunities. So, proactively looking for job is perhaps the only way to find opportunities. And when you say proactively looking, which means that deploying all the tools that are available for job search. And these tools, the first tool is yourself. Um, in my view, if you are not active enough, if you don't want to do it yourself, nobody will do it for you. So you have to first of all, decide that yes, I am looking for an opportunity, and I will do whatever I want to do to find those opportunities. Um, and with that, you can start looking at your job search strategy, whether you are in Canada or anywhere in the world.
Right. Right.
So the first stage is to identify your skill set. Often what happens is that engineers would say, I'm an engineer, accountant would say, I'm an accountant, a customer services representative will say, I'm a customer services representative, which is fine. These are your titles. These are not your skills. Your skills um, are much beyond. So you can have like communication skills, you can make presentations, you can be very analytic, and so on and so forth. You can be a people's person, you can be a team leader or a team player. These are your skills. So ultimately, you have to highlight those skills. Really doesn't matter wherever you are in this part of the world. And these are the
Right.
skills that would lead you into job opportunities. Often, what I
Absolutely.
have seen is that, and I used to coach ACCA qualified people, accountants who were good in accounting. They were good accountants, but they were not good in soft skills. They were not in skills to work with people. They were not in skills to communicate with people, right? To make presentation, to be out there and be a public speaker, to present to the board. These are some of the things that they had to learn through these training programs. So
Exactly.
my first part is that you have to identify your skills and be proactive in the job market. Then you will be able to identify those uh, those opportunities and deploy tools that you have. And these tools, the basic tools, your own skill set, your resume, which is a very basic tool. And the other thing is the online tools that are available. So be it Indeed, be it Workopolis, be it Path in your part of the world, or any other tools such as LinkedIn, um, to use that and use these tools optimally to identify those opportunities. Thank you very
Right.
much. We have some people getting connected with also. I
Exactly.
mean, at this stage, if I could request them to share where they joined in from, and we will hopefully be able to respond to some of their questions later on in the session. So yeah, so
Exactly.
that's my first part. The second part is the Canadian job market part. Now,
Yeah.
those people who come to Canada from, well, first of all, we need to understand from where people are coming to Canada. The biggest immigrants are from China, India, and Pakistan. These are the three countries from where people are migrating, in like aeroplane full of people are migrating and landing in Canada.
Hmm.
They come with experience. They come with usually with families, and they come when they are aged. So they're like in their mid 40s usually.
Hmm.
Very few people come when they're very young. So they come as students or somebody with a couple of years of experience.
Right.
So the issue is the understanding of the Canadian job market dynamics. And often when people land here, they get confused because the biggest loss they have is their social capital, which means they come here and they do not necessarily know the people in their field, in their profession. And that is the social capital which takes a lot of time to build. Okay, because in Canada, um, socializing is very selective also. People don't have time to meet people, and particularly when everything is happening online, who do you connect with? How do you get help? It's a challenge. So the best thing is to get ready and prepare yourself even before arriving here. So if you understand the market dynamics is as such that it is called a recruiters driven market.
Mm-hmm.
There are recruiters who are looking for candidates for jobs in Canada. So I'll stop here, and if you have more questions, we can definitely come back to the same point, or we can probably go ahead.
Definitely, definitely. Okay, so and if I want to say over here one thing that before making your first step to the job search, think like this that you are preparing again for a trip. You have to pack up your things. You have to arrange your things, arrange your tools to be used in your job search. I think that is again the most important part of a job search to begin with.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, we have people joining from. Okay, so we have Saqib Ali. He has joined from Islamabad, Pakistan, and he is asking a question. If we can take right now.
Yes,
Uh,
please.
yes. So he says, what if a person have a skill set from multiple job roles, for example, both finance and sales?
Okay,
And
Sakib, yeah, you are
yeah,
again
so
confusing. Yeah, you're again confusing here. So your sales and your finance is your jobs, not the skill set that you have earned from these jobs. So
mhm,
think about it. To be able to do a finance job is your skill. To be able to do a sales job is your skill. So often some of the skills are combined skills or a similar skills. So think from a different perspective. Think, do not look at what the job title is. Look at what your skills are. Now, obviously, if you are in finance, you are more skilled to handle numbers. And when you're in a sales job, you're more skilled to deal with like customer service, maybe B2B, B2C kind of a thing. So these are some additional skills that you gain. Now, if you're looking for a job opportunity, you have to do two things. First of all, what are you best at? So if you're best at finance, maybe focus at finance. If you're best at sales, maybe focus at sales. That's the first thing. The other thing is to look at the market, where the demand is. If the demand is more in the finance field, if there are more opportunities in the finance field, and you think you can, make it the finance, go ahead and start looking at those opportunities. Or if you think that you are more interested and there are more jobs in sales field, go into sales field. So it's a decision that you have to make for yourself.
absolutely. Okay, so moving on to our very much again most important element in the job search, which is again
Yes.
resume, ATS
Yes.
resumes, how it works, what
Yes.
are
So
the things to be considered. Yeah.
yeah, thank you. Great question. ATS is application tracking system. Um, a lot of jobs are, as I said, particularly in the West, are with recruiters, and recruiters are busy people. They have deployed something which is called application tracking system. So based on the job advertisement, they define what are some of the keywords they are looking for to sift the applications in the first go. And you can imagine you are in the HR field also. If you have a job and you advertise that job, you'll probably be um, inundated, bombarded with lots of applications, right?
Yeah,
Maybe sometime you get more than 1,000 applications.
yeah,
Now,
it does.
how humanly it is possible to um, to spend time and focus on the quality of the applicant that you are really looking at in such a big heap. ATS helps recruiters and HR people to shortlist candidates. And if your CV is not ATS compliant, often um, your CV is not shortlisted for for the initial interview. So
Right.
so you have to really focus on how do you create an ATS compliant CV. And I mean, if you can do it yourself, if you can't do it yourself, then of course there are experts out there who can work with you as an assignment. We both know Amna and I know Trisha Chapman, and she is based in Dubai, and she's a wonderful expert on resume writing, and she can do great resume for you also. So that's what ATS resume means.
Yeah, and over here, one question that what would you like to say on this note that some people take ATS resumes like a lingering part in the job search. They are more toward that if we make our resume in a way that we will only send to our known people via email. That's it. So,
Yeah.
what would you like to advise over here
So
for the job?
if you have a network that can help you land into an opportunity, then of course you are beating a lot of competition, because then your network is directly kind of connecting you with that opportunity. So the buffer or the facilitator is in between. But tell me, how many people have that luxury? How many people actually know that many people who can
Exactly.
kind of handhold them to a job opportunity?
Yeah,
But in that case, you obviously do not really require an ATS resume if it is not going through an ATS system. If it is more like a conventional system, then you do not really need an ATS resume.
right. Absolutely. Okay, so we should be checking some questions or comments
Sure.
if we got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Sheikh Hassan. He's saying, "Nice to see both of us. Thank you very much for joining in."
Thank you.
And Satya Wali says, "Thank you." All right, so we got a question from Serge Iqbal. Mhm. Can you tell me step-by-step process of job searching in the new country? Again, that we are discussing about it, a job searching process. So, what would you like to say in a nutshell, maybe a job searching
I,
process?
I think yeah, in the initial discussion, I've already explained that you have to be proactive. You need to exactly know what your skills are, and based on the skills, how do you create your own portfolio,
Mhm.
and how do you connect with people? How do you engage with recruiters or whoever is out there to help you? And then again, when you say a new country, this is subjective. That new country could be anywhere in UAE. That new country
Yeah,
could be India. That new country could be Sri Lanka, for instance, or Canada or the US. So every country has its own dynamics. I think you have to be, if you are clear enough, then I'll probably be able to add value to your question. But ideally, you have to be proactive and you have to understand how the job market dynamic works in that particular country.
exactly. And I would like to say, Sarish over here, thank you very much for joining in, and stay tuned to this streaming because we have covered a lot of things like a step-by-step process. So definitely you would be getting an answers. Okay, so moving on again, very much like a typical yet very important question that once we have prepared our resume, right, now where to apply, right? Where to
Hmm.
apply, or even how to look the hidden jobs which are not posted regularly or advertised by the recruiters, but they do exist in the market. So, what
Yeah.
are some tricks you want to tell?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So in this particular context, the hidden job market context, I can just share with you an example. Uh, I get a lot of clients, and some of these clients are new in Canada, for instance, and they are on LinkedIn and they are doing things and they're still struggling. So I tell them when I tell them, okay, have you considered hidden job market? And they're often confused. Hidden job market is the largest job market that is out there. That is the market, and that's not me saying it. It's LinkedIn saying it. So LinkedIn did a research. Their editor for hashtag Get Hired is Andrew Seaman, and he did a research I think a couple of months ago, and the research reveals that almost 51 to 75%, which is a large segment of jobs um, available on the hidden job market.
Mhm.
So, hidden job market has less competition. People are more kind of looking at people urgently. So the whole time lag actually is reduced from applying to getting a call and a job opportunity. And there is of course no
Right.
hardly any competition. Now, what is that hidden job market? Hidden job market is the market where jobs are not advertised on job portals.
Mm.
That's mainly or newspapers. um, Indeed, a Glassdoor or Workopolis. Now,
Mm.
these are the jobs that are. So, if I have a job, if I'm looking for someone, I have a profile. I just post on that profile that I am looking for a content writer, for instance, right? Or I am
Right.
looking for a sales representative. Now, that job opportunity is out there. So the job is out there, but that job is seen only by those people who are in my network, right?
Absolutely.
And even if the network is big enough, I have about 27, 28,000 people following me. Not everybody will see that. Only those who are active on LinkedIn, and if their profiles are relevant to that content, they will see. So that is the hidden job market, which is huge. Often when we build our LinkedIn profile is sitting there and not doing anything for us. Maybe you have
Mm.
a question later on that, but
Yeah.
if we have a profile which is inactive, we can't really reap benefit of the hidden job market.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Okay, so again, related to this hidden job market and LinkedIn profile, there is now a huge topic of like artificial intelligence, how it's working at LinkedIn. Now, I would like you to hear a little bit, give the highlights. What is artificial intelligence, how it works, and again, what is important to understand this for the job search so
Okay,
that it
so
can.
yeah, so
Mhm.
all these platforms have deployed um, artificial intelligence and machine learning. So and with that they design their algorithm. Their algorithm is the tool that links a content with a content. So your content with my content, if it is relevant, then there's an opportunity that we see each other.
Mhm.
If we are not relevant, then LinkedIn is not going to connect with us.
Mhm.
And that's how we feed in the relevant content to our LinkedIn, so that our LinkedIn targets or LinkedIn's AI targets the the potential contacts that we are looking for or potential opportunities that we are looking for. So, in a very simple word, we train or we tame LinkedIn's algorithm using some techniques in our LinkedIn profile to tap into these opportunities. I mean, this is
Mhm.
very technical. For instance, if somebody who doesn't really understand how algorithm works, how keywords work, then obviously I can go on for hours and nobody would understand it. The easiest way to understand it is if you are inactive, if your profile is not optimized, if your profile does not have the relevant keywords in your profile, then your chances of appearing in LinkedIn search are minimal. LinkedIn works, and just highlight this what I'm saying. LinkedIn works like Google.
Mhm.
It is a search engine. The way we provide Google information regarding, we post websites, we have blogs and stuff. That is the content that we are providing to LinkedIn to index. It is the same thing with LinkedIn. Um, LinkedIn, our profile is the content, and then the content that we are putting out on our profile is the feed or the food for LinkedIn's algorithm to eat and become strong for our profile.
Exactly, exactly, absolutely. Again, when we understand the working of LinkedIn and the algorithm which is behind the LinkedIn screen, we cannot see that, right? But again, the highly important is to understand how optimizing the profile works. So, what are the where we can say that chances increases to the employers, to the people, even to the recruiters when the profile is optimized, and at the same time, how people would be reaching, how candidate would be reaching to the recruiters.
Okay,
So, what
so okay, it's a great question. It is, first of all, we are optimizing our profile because when we send out even resume, a lot of recruiters and companies go back and look at our LinkedIn profile, and they try to create a balance between what we have provided in our resume and what we have written on our LinkedIn profile. So it's really important to keep our LinkedIn profile up to date. That's a very clear, small, short message. So keep your LinkedIn profile up to date and then active.
Mhm.
A lot of recruiters actually do search when they have an opportunity. They go and search for candidates, and if a profile or the profiles that are relevant and optimized appear in LinkedIn search or have better chances of appearing in LinkedIn search. If a, or if a profile is not optimized or has been inactive, LinkedIn marks such profiles as dormant profiles, and those profiles have maybe less than few percent chances of appearing in LinkedIn search. So if a profile is optimized, has the right keywords in place, has all the tools deployed which are provided by LinkedIn to a profile in a proper manner, then the chances of appearing in those searches increase. And that's how recruiters reach out to candidates. Then again, because it's a search engine, you should know how to reach out to recruiters also.
Hmm.
How do you identify those recruiters and all that is part of this optimization process.
Right, exactly. And then moving on towards with that. Okay, so should we take one question? I am holding it for a moment. Okay, so Sheikh Hassan is asking, do really people read recommendations and how much weightage it
Yes.
carries as an impact?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recommendations are very important because this is somebody else telling about you. And when a recruiter comes in, and if they are really serious recruiters, they would read it. Yes.
Mhm. And how about what type of recommendation and by whom we should be asking out, or by whom we should be expecting a recommendation? What would you like to say over here? Because
It's
again, mhm.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Ask your question.
Yeah, because again, most of the people are just asking recommendations just in case that we are connected to each other, though we don't know our expertise. So, what would you like to advise over here?
That's very unprofessional. Very, very unprofessional. I don't recommend anybody I don't know.
Hmm.
So I need to know you before I could recommend you.
That's correct.
So if we are just going for a wild goose chase, then of course, it won't help because you're not going to get that recommendation.
Mhm.
So people you worked with, your seniors, your line managers, often they are the people who should really be recommending you or writing recommendations for you.
Right. And one question more I'm adding over here, that how many recommendations you would be advising a
More is
person
the
should have?
merrier. More is the merrier. I mean, um, it really doesn't. I can't really say how many, but more is the merrier.
Okay, okay. Like there's no restriction. We can have as much we can, but again, real and authentic recommendations are
Yes, yes.
mindful. Okay, that's great. All right. So now, again, a very much huge part of the LinkedIn profile after like optimizing it. Now, how we would be revamping it in a way that what type of features we would be adding or updating our LinkedIn profile often? What would you like to say, or any 4 or 5 features which are very much important? What would you like to advise over here?
Yeah. So, first of all, when we create our LinkedIn profile, LinkedIn guides us to do few things. We
Mm-hmm.
simply do that and we think that the profile is done. That is not it. You just create it, but you have to then revamp it to optimize. Revamp it to optimize, which
Mm-hmm.
means that the key features are your background banner or the cover banner as we call it, your picture. Your picture has to be in accordance with LinkedIn's guidelines. Your headline keywords are very, very important to have. If you do not have proper keywords, searchable keywords, then your profile does not really have better chances of appearing. Then your about summary, how much and what you have written. If you have just simply did copy and paste from your resume, it does not work that way. Um, then your experience section, very important. How do you put all those jobs that you have done, and how carefully you define your your role in those jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, so these are some of the things, and of course, your content strategy. What do you want to what kind of content do you add to your LinkedIn posts? So these are some of the features that really help LinkedIn profile um, boost its visibility.
Right, right. And again, it takes time. I
It
would advise over here, yeah, to over here to everyone that take your well time to craft these things, the headlines, the banner, the about section. Give yourself a time to create the best out of it, and then keep on reading, keep on revising it, and then keep on updating it by the time. So definitely it can help you. And again, if you need some assistance, Hammad Siddiqui is always welcoming you guys. You can always have a chat and a talk at the website link. I have just linked down below. So do check it out. Okay, so further, we have one question from Sakit Ali. He's asking, okay, is there any process or app to check if a resume is ADS combined or not?
There are several. You can Google that. I cannot really tell you which one because then I'm necessarily promoting one against others. So if you just
Mhm.
go online, just Google it, you will find some websites that claim that they can evaluate your ATS resume. So
Mhm.
quote unquote claim.
Mhm. Okay, and how about again a question, which is connecting with this question that do you think that those like everyone out there who is providing the review for your resume, which is ATS compliant, though, is it like 100%, or there's some again strategy going on behind that? Like how a candidate can feel like authentic and comfortable by clicking on one website to have the free services maybe or free review maybe. What would you like to say?
Uh, Amna, I learned this when I was very young,
Hmm.
and I'm sharing this with you and your audience, whoever is out there. Remember, free has no value.
Hmm.
Free is equal to no value.
Hmm.
Okay. So if you are looking for professional services are not available for free.
Hmm.
Free
Absolutely.
is just very basic.
Hmm.
So if you are looking for, I mean, obviously, a job, finding a job you have to invest in it, right? As you have invested in your education, if you want to drive 50 kilometers or 100 kilometers, you invest in a car or take a bus. It's an investment that you make to achieve something. If you
Exactly.
do not invest in yourself, if you do not invest in your career, if you do not invest in the tools to search for a career, then you can keep looking for free resources which will not benefit you immensely. It may benefit you, but it may not benefit you immensely. So when I provide LinkedIn profile optimization service, I charge for that.
Yeah.
And benefit to the client is that things that I have been doing for years, I can deploy those things very quickly into a LinkedIn profile. Literally within 3 4 days, the profile completely changes. Uh, Whereas if anyone who starts looking at how to optimize himself or herself, it will take them ages. So here I would like to share. I mean, you are a user of LinkedIn. You have been using LinkedIn for quite some time. Tell me what I coached you and how long did it take you to deploy it.
Yeah, again, it takes time, but again, if we are
I mean,
willing to take that approach,
no, what I'm saying is I coached you on something, you deployed
yeah,
it, and what was the
yeah,
benefit? To share with your audience.
definitely, it changed the thing, it changed the mind, when we had a discussion, you know, and we got the techniques that how I supposed to be doing it. It changed my mind, and even I got the results like that.
Yeah.
So this is the importance and the benefit out there. Okay, so now moving on to a point of discussion, how to network on LinkedIn, which is again
Yeah.
so much huge to understand for the job search, especially.
Yeah. So as I always say, it's a process. Everything is a process. So you have to be part of the process to achieve your objectives. Networking is also a process. We
Mhm.
started with like what the basics are. You have to have a profile, you have to revamp and optimize your profile, you have to feed quality content to your profile, and now you are in a phase where people have started looking at your profile. So your views increased, people started connecting with you, and you send out an invite, and the opportunity are that you would connect it. At least 30% more connections accept your invite if you write a proper invitation.
Hmm.
That is the statistic that I have been seeing. So if you send out 100 invites, the chances are 30 will accept your invite if you write your invite properly. They would still look at your profile, and if your profile is not properly done, or if you are not relevant to them, they would probably not accept it. So the best way to do it is to be active, to reach out to people, and don't ask for a job straight away. Build your trust and relationship, then the opportunities will start unfolding. There is no quick fix to that. It can take anything between couple of months to 6 months to build your network slowly to the targeted people. You have to be active. You have to be active in groups. You will have to be active on other influencers' posts so that you build that trust, and gradually you will see that you will build the network also.
Right, absolutely. It is so important to build network in a way that again we need to create a rapport and that keeps you going. Okay, so we have a question.
Mhm.
All right, so Sheikh Hassan is asking, what should we do to make a start of communication on LinkedIn while networking or reaching out to recruiters? You do not have to ask for a job during the first interaction. That's what you mentioned, right?
Now, with recruiters, you can, because recruiters, that is their job. That is
Okay,
recruiter's job.
all
Now,
right.
ideally, if
Uh-huh.
you can identify an opportunity that the recruiter has, you go and talk about that opportunity. That see, I told you about relevance.
Right.
That is creating relevance. You say,
Mm-hmm.
okay, there's a customer service job, for instance, advertised by a recruiter on her profile. You go and say, I understand from your post that you have a job for a sales representative. I have extensive experience in this field. I
Mm-hmm.
would be happy to discuss it with you. Um, would you connect with me, or would you give me an opportunity?
Right.
So you have to kind of become relevant to that need.
Okay, so I mean, you are saying that with the recruiters, we can ask about a little bit about the job and just introduce a little bit about yourself, and again, create a relevance and a good short note
Yeah,
before we connect with recruiters
yeah.
as a job seeker.
They
And
may
for
still not connect with you, by the way. They may still not connect with you, but if they have that opportunity, because they're looking for people, and if
right.
they think that you are somebody they should be contacting, they will contact.
Mhm. Okay, again, it's not necessary that they would be connecting. Again, the
Yeah,
relevancy should be there.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
if you're not relevant, they won't. The
They
chances
won't.
are they won't. Yeah.
Again, so it is our choice and our decision to message someone in a way. First, check that the relevancy. Okay, all right. Okay, so we have discussed the broad points over here today about the job search, which again starts from our mindset, using the tools out there, then the resume, HS resume, LinkedIn, optimization, and networking. I think these are the like four broad points which we have covered in the job search. So, what would you like to have from your side to all the candidates who are looking for a job, next roles, and they really want to have their profiles optimized, resumes to be done ATS? What would you like to advise over here?
All that what I have discussed earlier, and also build your skills. Build your skills to the needs of the market. If the market is looking for people, if you think about it, a lot of jobs have gone online, as I said earlier. If you write in your resume, if you write on your LinkedIn profile that you can work online or you can work from home or something of that sort, you can work remotely,
Hmm.
you're automatically getting eyeballs because not everybody is writing that, and you have built that skills to work remotely, with minimal supervision or whatever. Then the chances are different. So build a skill, learn a new skill. People can learn whenever they want to learn. So, I mean, don't be shy if you don't know anything. Go ahead and, I mean, there's so much happening. You can undertake LinkedIn courses, you can take Udemy courses, you can connect with coaches who can help you do that. Of course, there is a fee. Everything has a fee. Uh, but kind of keep building your capacity uh, to beat your competition. The only way to beat your competition is uh, by differentiating yourself from the lot. So you can differentiate yourself from the lot if you are different from them, and you have to prove that.
Absolutely. Very great note by yourself to all the job seekers and the people who have been watching us. Okay, so we got one question. We can take it. All right, so it says Sakib Ali is back and he's asking how vital is cover letter because not many companies have requirement or option to attach a cover letter.
If they need it, you have to produce one. Very simple.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And again, if they have the given the option, so definitely you would be attaching it like that. Okay, so we have a appreciation message. Thank you, Amna, Mr. Steve, for your guidance. Thank you very
Welcome.
much, everyone, for joining us, and hope it is beneficial for everyone.
Yeah, you
And you
can
guys
connect
can
with me on my LinkedIn if you wish, and
absolutely.
I'll be happy to accept your invite on your page. I'm just sharing um the in the
You got
comment.
one hashtag. You got one hashtag. Can we just tell to our
Yes,
audience?
yes. So I'm just writing that hashtag also.
Okay, sure.
So if you go uh, on LinkedIn and um type this hashtag in the search box, you will be able to see my post. So type that hashtag, and there's a blue button with it which says follow. Just follow that hashtag, and you will be able to see my posts on a regular basis. And I've also shared my LinkedIn profile link. You can go and connect with me there. And there's a website link also, which Amna has kindly shared with you. I'll be happy to guide, coach, connect, or take your paid assignment if there are any. Amna, thank you very
Exactly.
much for having me, and
Thank
it's
you
been
very
a
much.
great
Thank you very much.
conversation.
It was great having you with a lots of insight you have shared with our audience. Thank you very much once again. See you soon in the next one.
Bye bye.
And guys, bye bye. Take care. Thank you very much, guys, for joining in.